decade later and still no trace of Brian Schaefer. He was an OSU medical student who vanished back in 2006. It is a mystery that has baffled Columbus police over the years, but it hasn't stopped them from giving up. NBC4's Courtney Yoon joins us live from the area where Schaefer was last seen all those years ago. Courtney, I remember this case well.
Yeah, Ellie, he was last seen here 10 years ago over at the Ugly Tuna Saloon, and police tell us that they've scoured over thousands of hours of surveillance video from this very spot looking for clues. They've also interviewed hundreds of people and followed up on countless leads, none of them leading to Schaefer.
It was amazing how we could follow just about everybody in and out of the building except Brian.
It's a case that Sergeant John Hurst says he still thinks about constantly. The unknown of what happened to Brian Schaefer still plaguing him today.
We got a lot of answers and we're able to rule out several things, but it still didn't help us solve the case. It was very frustrating at times.
He was assigned the case nearly 10 years ago.
Unfortunately, everything that we looked at, we wasn't able to find Brian.
He says there have been many theories throughout the years: suicide, foul play, or maybe Schaefer just walked away from his life. He says all are possible, but none have been proven.
Brian, he was living the American dream. He had everything in the world going for him. My hope is someday that we do have the answers that everybody's looking for.
Sergeant Hurst says they still follow up on leads on this case to this day, and he says the last one that they had was about 8 months ago, and he still encourages anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers, and they're holding out hope still that someday they'll be able to find out what happened to Brian Schaefer. Live in Columbus, Courtney Yoon, NBC4.
Courtney, thank you. And on